and welcome to the Monthly Muse, the podcast where Paul and I sit down every month and we talk about historical events that have occurred. Paul, welcome back.
Thanks. No, it's good to... sorry, it just sounds a bit strange saying welcome back when we're sat in my flathead.
Yeah, you've told me to make myself feel at home, though. So
yeah, no, but...
home away from home, in a way.
It's good to be out. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So when you say back, are we back by popular demand?
Let's not get carried away. Okay. I think we are just back, really.
Just back. I'll take that. Would have been happy with just back.
Yeah.
Just snapped your hands off for that.
But no, it's October.
It is.
What are we going to be talking about?
We are going to talk about October.
Yeah, okay, well, say what you see.
Fest.
Oh.
Oktoberfest.
Okay, yeah.
Popular beer festival.
Okay.
Starts in September.
What?
But ends in October.
Well.
I think I'm okay there.
Just about, though.
Yeah, that's not how you start, it's how you finish,
We've only had one episode. Is that you quite the philosopher tonight?
No, that's not me. That's Noel Edmonds, Deal or No Deal. So I always quote another philosopher when I use him. It's, what are you bringing to the...
I'll tell you what I'm bringing. I'm going to be talking about The Rock.
The famous WWF superstar?
No, not Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
I'm sure he is probably listening.
I'm sure he'd appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, hi Dwayne.
Yeah, we're both massive fans of the movie.
I was in the gym this morning.
The Tooth Fairy, that was a great...
I imagine that's a very enchanting and, lovely tale.
It really was. And then we've got the...
Yeah, the third section's a little bit ambiguous though, Paul, because,
really
listen, Paul's kind of looking a bit smug at the moment, and... This is podcast, so you can't see. But you've left it blank.
Yeah, I texted you the other day, or should I say, I WhatsApped you the other day.
He WhatsApped me the other day to say third section, leave it with me.
Yeah, kiss.
It was just the one kiss, wasn't it?
And you were lucky to get that. Yeah, I was in a good mood.
that was a great morning. I felt very special that day.
Yeah, so that's coming up. But
thanks for that. Should we crack on with Oktoberfest then?
Let's do it. Let's Ed, get your lederhosens on is what I'm saying. So at Oktoberfest, or Weissen, as it's known to its locals.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Started in 1810.
Okay.
And it originally wasn't the beer festival that it is today.
No?
It originally started as it was a celebration of the wedding between the Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig, and his wife, someone.
Do you know, I was a bit worried that we were going to be overwhelmed with information too early on in this podcast.
No, you've got the wrong show for that. If you want detail, then go elsewhere.
Yeah.
But no, they originally didn't actually celebrate with alcohol. If you're looking for alcohol at that wedding, you'd be absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
Do you know what they did instead?
All the good weddings. No, I don't.
They commemorated the wedding with horse racing.
I mean,
no?
Do you know what? I do like a good horse. I
love horse racing.
You really do. You've been down to Newbury. Well,
yeah, Cheltenham,
Newbury, Ascot.
All the big ones.
Yeah. So I mean, the horse racing is great, but it's usually better if
it's more fun.
Beer there.
Yeah, no, good point. It just made me think though. If I don't know if you remember a few years ago when Kate and Wills got hitched.
Yeah.
If they just came out on the balcony and everyone's a bit tipsy, everyone's had a few drinks, and Wills maybe grabs the mic.
Yeah.
You go, all right, everyone, just calm down, just relax. And just all put down your cans of Foster's, put down the Stella.
Yeah.
Put
the lid back up on that JD and Coke at the back.
Yeah, you as well, Philip. Come on.
Yeah, in fact, I think JD and Coke comes in tins now.
Yeah, probably. But if you just turn to your right, everyone, we've got Zara Phillips trotting up and down the Golden Mile.
Yeah, probably racing like a Victoria Pendleton type character.
Yeah, there's your race right there, Vicky versus Zara.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It would be quite good, actually, one-on-one horse race.
No, I'm sure Liz would love that, the Queen. She loves a flutter on the old nags.
Yeah, I can imagine she's usually spotted in Ladbrokes or Coral on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Putting her £2 Ackies on.
Yeah, no.
Later to the lesser-known, well-educated man.
Come on, Liz, download the app. Get with the times. Jesus. But, no, that's how they originally celebrated it.
Okay.
And then since then it evolved into a 16-day piss-up, essentially. I mean...
Smash-a-thon!
Imagine... 16
days!
Yes. They got rid of the horses.
Okay. Was that an awkward conversation? Just kind of getting. So it's like, yeah, thanks for just rounding all the jockeys up.
Yeah.
All right, lad. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, cheers for coming. Yeah, the horse race has been great, hasn't it?
Yay.
Yeah, about that. People are getting a bit bored of it, and we are going to replace you guys with beer.
What, with beer?
Yeah, just with beer.
Okay.
So pack your stuff, and
can we still come?
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's a bit of it's a guest list.
All right.
One in, one out sort of thing.
Yeah. But as a consolation, we're going to put a petting zoo in.
Yeah. Are there horses going to be there?
No, forget the horses. Yeah, are you guys still here?
Yeah, get the horses out here.
Yeah, so that's what they did. But yeah, it evolved into the 16-day ladathon.
Lash boss.
That it is now.
Yeah, sure.
And I believe the first day of every festival, I think it's the Minster of Bavaria or someone important, let's say. A chap by the name of Dieter Reiter.
Okay.
At 12 p.m. on the first day, he grabs everyone's attention.
Sure.
Does a little knock on the keg.
Yeah. We'll sort of give it one for luck. Like, you know when you buy a can, like a tinny from the offie, just give it one for luck, is it?
Yeah, I mean, these lads are going to need luck. 16 days.
Yeah.
They're going to need all the luck they can get.
Yeah.
But do you know what he calls out? So he gets everyone's attention.
I have no idea.
And then he calls out, "That is."
Wow, what does that mean?
That means it's tapped.
All right. It was a beautiful German accent.
Thank you. No, you're welcome.
I assume you studied at school?
What, German or just studied in general?
I do question that sometimes.
Yeah, no, did a bit of German. Thinking back,
bits and bobs.
The only thing that I've really retained,
the only
really thing that I used to enjoy was the following expression, Ed.
Go on.
Which was Das ist ein Kaninchen. Das ist ein Kaninchen.
What does that mean?
That means
no.
It means that is a rabbit.
Okay.
Just really took a shining to that expression.
You've really, really caught just the most important stuff.
Yeah, I would just sit there just shouting out at times. It can get a bit heavy, can't it?
It can. I mean, especially the movies.
Especially if I'm sat in the classroom, hopefully.
Yeah. What did you end up getting? Do you remember?
I think I got a C in the end, so maybe I wasn't shouting Das ist ein Kaninchen.
Is that good in your book?
We'll take that, top of the class. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But it's quite a useful...
C, top of the class.
It's quite a useful expression. Das ist ein Kaninchen, do you know?
Yeah, no, I'm sure that we'll probably have some listeners that go to Germany one day looking at something that resembles a rabbit and thinking, Das ist what's the word?
Oh, no, what's that? Is that a...
Das ist ein Kaninchen, mate. So,
that is a Kaninchen, yeah.
That is a Kaninchen.
Yeah. And do you know what? They're welcome.
So I'm not sure whether we would have particularly got on at school by the sound of things.
Good point, actually. Well, let's be honest, I don't think we would have gotten the same skill, would we? Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Ed, it's estimated a whopping 1.8...
Whopping?
Yep.
Superlatives are many.
Thank you. 1.8 million gallons of beer are consumed at Oktoberfest every year.
Yeah. Have you been before?
No, never been. Yourself?
I haven't.
Okay. Makes us the two perfectly poised people to talk about it on a podcast.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a lot of beer, isn't it? That's a lot of...
that's a hell of a lot of... is it Steins?
Steins.
Steins, okay.
Yeah, which leads me on nicely to my next little bit. I've got a world record story for you.
Everybody loves a world record.
Everyone does love a world record story.
Yeah.
Well, arguably not if it's like world's biggest killing spree.
Yeah, exactly. Or most shots over par.
Yeah, no one's going to enjoy that. But no, there was a world record attempt recently, actually this Oktoberfest, I believe, by a local chap.
Okay.
A chap by the name of Matthias Wockel.
Okay, yeah. Local to Munich, I assume. He doesn't sound like a lad around here.
No, I actually believe he works at the festival, which is quite handy.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, he attempted the world record
for
carrying the amount of Steins. Sorry. Jeez, it's embarrassing. But he attempted the world record over 40 metres. What do you reckon? How many do you reckon you can... You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The big...
Yeah, they're basically like kettles, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Full kettles as well.
Well, I reckon I could have a go, and with all the handles and stuff, maybe do like 6 or 7.
Okay, so in a bar, you're quite handy when you're ordering.
Yeah, if I can happily carry 3 beers, maybe 4.
Okay.
Very comfortably 3, but yeah.
Me, not so much.
Yeah, that's weird.
2, and I'm...
I thought that was sort of like a prerequisite of a northerner.
No, any more than 2, then I'm panicking. Sometimes I have to go back. Yeah, or just go home.
Yeah, no, 6 or 7. So what was Matthias carrying?
He attempted...
Hear me
out.
Okay.
29.
successfully attempted?
He dropped 2.
Oh, Matthias.
So he completed 27.
Oh, Matthias, no.
However, Ed, that was still a new world record. So yes, Matthias, well done.
Yes, Matthias.
Matthias vocal.
Yeah, well, there we go.
We're being very vocal about his achievements.
There you go. No, well done, Matthias. I mean, don't dedicate your life to it.
No, a bit annoying. You say that, actually, a bit annoying when I tell you that he beat his previous record of 25. So, come on.
I see.
Jesus, Matthias, get outside.
Yeah.
But,
keeping the tent.
Is that handy? I just think that kind of skill. I mean,
I imagine there are sort of like big groups of stag party.
Well, I was just going to lead me on to it, actually, Matthias.
Okay.
I don't know if you're listening.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Got a little bit of a business proposition for you, a bit like Dragon's Den.
Well, listen up, Matthias, because Paul is very rare with these pieces of advice,
but,
especially good advice. So,
no, I'm thinking we can go in this together, me and Matthias.
Okay. You're going to go 50-50 on this, are you?
Well, we'll talk about it later. See what he's like. But I'm thinking, like, as you say, stag do's. When you hear about 30 lads going to
Magaluf or whatever.
Yeah.
So you'll
bring him in.
So he's carrying 27, or what is it?
Yeah.
And you're carrying 2 at the back.
Yeah.
And yet you're still pushing for 50-50.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, actually, do you know what, Matthias? There's 31 of us. You're going to have to go back to the bar. Yeah. So, Ed, a lot of people obviously attend this wonderful festival every year. A lot of people go back several times.
Yeah, sure.
One person that won't be going back.
Okay.
It's celebrity news.
Yeah.
Celebrity that's barred from Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton.
Oh, really? Oh, no, not Paris.
Yeah, no, Paris.
Okay.
Is banned.
Why's that? I assume she just got really smashed and started.
Well, not even that, really.
Or something.
She didn't actually get in. Apparently, she rocked up one year dressed as something which was self-promoting some kind of like canned wine, I think, or something was.
Oh.
And, self-promotion is a big niche advice.
I see.
They do not subscribe to that, unfortunately.
Oh, well, that's a bit of shit. Well, now you actually mention it, we should probably say, subscribe to the podcast.
Oh, Ed, come on.
At the Monthly Muse.
Yeah, well, mention the Twitter as well if you're going to.
There you go, at the Monthly Muse.
At the Monthly Muse is the Twitter.
Yeah. No, subscribe. Click subscribe, man.
Please
don't
click
make
subscribe.
a big deal out of it.
But yeah, while we're on the subject of celebrities,
okay.
Ed, please prepare for your mind to be blown.
I am so ready.
Do you know which celebrity once worked at Oktoberfest? This is incredible.
Well, Paris Hilton was doing her own thing.
But obviously not Paris Hilton.
Oktoberfest, but not working there officially.
No,
go on.
Albert Einstein.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Wow.
I know, you look shocked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, I could not believe
that. There?
I mean, how much are history degrees these days?
I think they're about £9,000.
That is silly. This is free, right? Is this free?
We should probably start charging.
For these little snippets.
Yeah, £3,000 a year?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow, so Albert Einstein, how did he get the gig there?
I believe his uncle's company.
I see. You can always kind of hook yourself up with, your uncle or your family or whatever like that.
It's not what you know, is it? I can't believe we're saying it's not what you know, and it's Albert Einstein.
Exactly.
Yeah. Apparently his uncle installed the lights. They had the contract to put in the lights at one of the first Oktoberfests.
Okay, yeah.
And young Albert was the little apprentice.
Quite a bright kid.
Yeah, I just don't know if you can imagine. Him rocking up on the. I don't know how he got
how he got the gig in the first place.
Yeah,
is it like a little? You can imagine all the little apprentices. There's a little holding pen.
Yeah, I'm just imagining two types, kind of like Principal Skinner.
Yeah,
Superintendent Chalmers, the bosses essentially, kind of storming down to the pen, kick the doors open, looking for a young. So except they need a little electrician to put these bulbs in.
yeah, and they're like, so what are we looking for, Bobby?
Well, we're looking for a young Sparky, Freddie. A bulbsman mainly, someone who knows his earth away from his neutral.
Jesus Christ, look at how we've been dealt.
I know, look at these schmucks. Where do they find these people?
Look at the guy at the back over there.
Oh, God, look at the state of him.
Look at his hair.
Scribbling. Sorry, you're still talking about... You talking about me, or we still in character?
Look at his hair.
Yeah, so you can imagine Einstein just sat in the corner, kind of scribbling away, working on his... Is it theory of relativity?
Relativity, yeah.
Yeah.
You can imagine that. So E equals MC.
Einstein, over here, pronto. So Einstein gets up, kind of dusts himself down.
Yeah, hi there.
Wanders over to these two chumps.
Yeah, hi guys. Hi guys.
Welcome, son. It's great to have you on board. We've got a little job for you.
Thanks very much. I'm really excited about this.
Okay, well, Albert, keep the chit chat till lunchtime, son.
Yeah, I've got some really big ideas that I wanted to run past you.
Haven't we all?
I've just written them.
Haven't we all? But no. keep that for lunchtime, as I said.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to be honest with Albert. We're in a bit of trouble here at Oktoberfest.
Okay.
We need a young man like yourself who can really,
dabbled in a bit of marketing, so I might be able to help out.
Okay.
If you need some more,
keep that for later. Okay. What we're looking for is some fresh ideas. Someone who can really light this place up, if you will.
Okay. Yeah.
So. Here you go. Here's your toolbox, and the bulb's gone in the gents.
Well, no, I think I've got a bit more to offer.
Well, don't we all? To say, get yourself down there, Dietmar. A really good guy, actually. Dietmar's going to be
Dietmar Hamann. Okay.
Dietmar Hamann. That's a guy.
He's in the toilets. Is he?
He's going to be the toilets waiting for you.
There's a guy called Dietmar in the toilets waiting for me.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So get yourself down there. So I was thinking, what goes running down there?
Well, we've got me and Freddie have to get off. We've got a very important Hollywood A-lister coming down.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Who beautiful celebrity coming down.
Is it Kim Kardashian?
Not Kardashian, Albert. She's a little bit tied up this year. Oh, can we say that?
Can we say that?
Can we get away with that?
I don't think we really can. Is that what the Robert said?
What, can
we get away with it?
Move on before Kanye flies down there.
Terrifying guy.
It really is. But no, imagine Albert kind of trots on down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely gutted.
So he just bursts into the toilet, sees Dietmar up a ladder.
Imagine Dietmar kind of on his ladder in the cubicle.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of back turned to him.
Yeah, sort of screwing something in. So, excuse me, mate. Yeah, you see the way you're screwing that into the... Yeah, do you know what? Stop what you're doing, because I've got a far better and more effective way of doing it.
And then Dietmar turns around and goes, all right then, Einstein, you have a go.
The year is October 1933, and the US government has decided, Paul, to turn Alcatraz from a military into a federal prison.
Big decision.
Big decision. But which basically meant that they opened it to the public in a way. So they opened it for public prisoners.
Good.
They just turned it into a bit of a castle. They just made it inescapable.
Right.
And it's so renowned because supposedly no one's escaped from it. But we'll come to that in a minute.
Okay. Interested. ...
But yeah, I mean, listen. As anyone knows that's been there, I've actually been there, by the way.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, did my time. About 90 minutes.
Very good.
And been up to San Fran, and it's just surrounded by cold water straight from the Pacific, and it's freezing cold, so people will drown to death and whatever. The walls were really high, and they just kind of made it into a prison just for the worst of the worst. Really.
Right.
So if you can imagine, like the Mario Balotellis, the Joey Bartons, the real bad guys. But there were some other
Craig Bellamy's. Yeah. They've also done 90 minutes there as well. Nah, come on. A football joke.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's a joke about extra time in there. So it's just at the Monthly Muse if anyone's got any funny to say about that. No, Al Capone.
He was there, was he? Capone?
He was there, yeah. He was there for about 8 years, I think. 9 years. Doc Barker. These are big sort of gangsters back in the day. Doc Barker, a bit of a freak. Alvin Karpis. Right. Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. I think there was like a Frank...
Sorry, did you say Machine Gun Kelly, did you say?
Yeah.
And what kind of name is that? Is that Machine Gun Kelly? I mean, if he goes to his careers advisor, he hasn't got much of a choice, has he?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be...
that next in Machine Gun Kelly. Take your seat.
Yeah, I don't think he's destined to be an astronomer.
No, or a physicist. He's your ticket to San Fran.
Yeah. But no, Paul, I think what we can agree with is, listen, if we were going to be just sitting here for, a couple of minutes talking about... people being locked up for years, boring.
Snacks fest.
Exactly. But actually, what people really love, and actually so do I, is the idea of people getting away, prison breaks.
Yeah, everyone loves a good prison break. Yeah. Actually, I think Shawshank Redemption, potentially my favourite film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good
film,
yeah.
It's either a toss-up between that and Free Willy 2.
Will we meet... in fact, you know what? If the podcast ever goes down the drain, shall we meet in... is it Ziwad? Teneo, yeah.
Beautiful little town.
Yeah, we could just meet in, France, really. Probably be easier.
Good point.
But yeah, did you watch Prison Break when you were a kid?
The Channel 5 series.
Yeah, well done, Channel 5.
Yeah, no, not really. Was that the one where he had the tattoos on his body to try and...
Was that only... were those tattoos only applicable in Season 1?
I'm not sure. I didn't really watch it.
No?
No, I mean, he'd be gutted if he got transferred on his first day, wouldn't he? It's like, you with your shirt off all the time. It's not that kind of prison, son. Yeah, actually, it is that kind of prison.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's talk about some prison breaks, shall we?
Oh, wait a minute, let's get into it.
The year is 1946, and the prison's been open for a while, and these two guys, Coy and Joseph Kretzker. These two lads, they're sort of pieces of work. They're real dickheads, really. They steal a key. They manage to get their hands on a key, which is the natural way of getting out of prison, I suppose.
Quite handy in a prison.
Yeah, pretty handy. But the idea was they would just take the key, they would open up this door to get down towards, like, the docks, and then using their outfits, they would sort of jump on a boat and sort of escape to San Fran.
What kind of outfits are we talking, Ed?
Yeah, it's sort of French made, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Something like that. Nice. But no, this guy, Coy, he starved himself for a number of weeks, sort of Special K sort of thing.
Like Christian Bale and The Machinist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he managed to get his way out of his cell. He jumped up on the gun gallery and sort of overpowered this guy. Anyway, they locked up 9 officers at gunpoint. But on the night of the escape, Paul made a bit of a cock-up.
Go on.
One of the guys forgot the key.
Oh,
good old Kretzker.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Kretzker.
Forgot the key?
Kretzker forgot the key.
The one thing that you need.
Literally the one thing. So, anyway, Kretzker said, right, listen, lads, in a sort of a state of panic, he was like, listen, lads, I'm really good with locks. Leave it with me. I'll go back to... You guys go back to my cell. Go and fight... Yeah, I don't know why he didn't...
Shouldn't he be the one...
He's already cooked up. I think he was trying to, like, overcompensate.
Okay.
Anyway, so he goes. He sends the team back to the cell where all the guards are locked up. So scrambling to try and find this key. Anyway, 20 minutes later or whatever, the guys come back with the key.
Perfect. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Yeah. Second cock up of the day. Guess what it is? Kretzker, in the last 20 minutes, has jammed the lock.
Oh my god.
He's jammed the lock.
Are you serious?
I don't believe it.
He's not, like, related to Frederick Fleet, is he?
Ooh, okay. Episode 1. Stay tuned. But no, anyway, so it was this sort of pretty mental sort of shootout. It was very sort of gory. I think they brought in the Marines, actually. Okay. But it left, like, 9 dead.
Oh, wow.
11... I think sort of sort of got punished or whatever. A couple of them, the guys got the chair, the electric chair.
Really? Okay. Weren't, like, not as a trophy to keep. Weren't, like, awarded with it.
No, I don't.
Like sports personality.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that was the most gory. So, but no, Paul. There are 36 people that have tried to escape Alcatraz before. 23 were captured.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Back in you go, lads.
Yeah, unlucky lads.
A little pat on the arse as they go back in.
A little whippersnapper.
Yeah.
6 were shot.
Okay.
Nothing funny about that.
Nope.
And 2 were drowned.
Okay.
Even less funny.
Yeah.
But what really excites people is that 5 were listed as missing.
Missing?
Yeah, unaccounted for.
Okay.
So
we can talk about that.
I think we might need a beer for this.
I'm going to need another drink for this, Ed.
Most famous temple, 3 lads in 1960. There were 2 brothers called the Anglins.
Okay.
They were sort of bank robbers. They were, I think, part of 11 other siblings, I think.
Oh, wow. Busy Christmas.
Yeah. But apparently they were quite nice guys, as they only ever targeted sort of closed banks, so no one got injured.
They sound like lovely lads. If they're around, I think we should maybe...
Anyway, they got locked up in loads of prisons. They made a couple of escape attempts before, but they teamed up with this guy called Frank Morris, who was orphaned at 11. He was sort of arresting his teens for drug and armed robbery, but he was actually really intelligent, so he's a part of the top 2% IQ in the country.
Really?
So he'd done like a few Sudokus in his time.
Wow, 2%.
Yeah.
But in America, Jesus.
In America. Anyway, so they arrived at the same sort of time, and they were sort of put in cells next to one another.
Okay. Did they request that? At university, I want to be with my mate. Share a kitchen together.
Exactly. But no, their plan was that they would basically carve a hole in the back of their cell. They would climb up the back of the, like all the piping and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, literally Shawshanky sort of stuff. They would sort of set up They actually set up a workshop at the top, and they managed to assemble like 50 raincoats made of sort of life jackets. They made makeshift life jackets, rather.
What?
And they sort of stole a harmonica. When you go on like an EasyJet flight, it's
no, EasyJet. No, I don't know. I've never been on an EasyJet flight.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, if you go on an EasyJet flight, they say like, please, if in the event of emergency and you need a life jacket, you blow into this sort of whistle, and it does it. It blows it up. Anyway, so they nicked the harmonicas to make the red whistle. Really.
Did you say 50 rain jackets?
Yeah.
They made a raft out of...
They made a raft, yeah. Well, I think it's a raft, actually.
Either or. But, in north v south.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what happens to these lads in the end, but if they made a raft out of 50 raincoats. I think even if they don't make it out, they should at least get like a Blue Peter badge.
Well, it gets more impressive because
like a certificate, something like that, some kind of acknowledgement.
Yeah, exactly. But you say that, but they actually managed to make like a 6 by 14 foot like rubber dinghy.
Jesus.
And they steamed it shut with steam from like the open pipes or whatever on top of the prison. So these guys are really, really clever. But their problem was, Paul, was the kind of immediate detection because you know, much like the movies, you know, I don't know how the prison guards didn't realise that they weren't sleeping. So what they did was they papier-mâché skulls, made it look like they were sleeping, and they stole hair from like the barber shop.
Jesus!
Wow, so they
incredible.
put the hair on the papier-mâché, they didn't get discovered until the next day. And in fact, I think they sort of set out to leave about 10 o'clock.
Right.
But yeah, they made a break for it.
Okay.
So these guys, they professed to use anyway 3 different tools, Paul, in order to escape.
Okay.
First one, and this will blow your mind. First one, they managed from a broken down Hoover to use the the mechanism, and they used it as like an engine device. And they used that device to turn it into a drill.
As you do.
What, you haven't done that before, no?
No. Scrap heap challenge.
Literally incredible stuff. This is like in the 60s or whatever, with no resources. Then they sort of nicked a few blades from around the yard, I think it was, for obviously kind of cutting their way out of things and sort of carving stuff and whatever. And one of the other things that they mention for using, guess what it is?
No idea, go on.
They apparently what was instrumental in them getting out was a spoon.
A spoon?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't quite know how that went down in the yard before the...
No. If someone's bringing a drill and some blades...
The breakout. The two brothers or whatever sort of come up to Frank.
Yeah.
And they're all like kind of comparing, like, okay, right, guys,
what have we got?
We've got everything we need, right?
Yeah. So imagine, like, so lads, I've gone to get the machine mechanism from the broken down Hoover. You know, just somehow managed to turn it into a drill. It's quite easy, actually. Clarence, you found some blades, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which is, you know, good. Sure. Yeah, always come in handy.
Sure.
You know, slash someone's throat, something like that. Frank. Obviously, I mean, the brains of this team, 2%, so I'm expecting something
present.
Good. Yeah, what have you got?
I've brought something from the kitchen hall. Yeah.
Okay, Frank, that seems quite a unnecessarily ambiguous answer. But, you know, it sounds good. I'm guessing you've taken, when you say kitchen hall, probably a knife or, you know, knife to cut through metal wiring.
No.
Actually, we could do with that.
No, actually, no.
No? Well, maybe a fork, maybe... Actually, you know, a fork to maybe stab through something, or use it as a weapon if the guards get a bit...
Oh, yeah, good idea, actually. Good idea. Both good ideas.
But not right, no?
No.
So what have you... You know, we're breaking out tonight, so I could do with knowing what you've brought.
Yeah, I listen. I don't know what you're going to say to this. Actually, I know what you might say, but before you do say anything, don't pass any judgment. Hear me out.
Alarm bells.
Hear me out until the end.
Okay.
I have brought a spoon.
Sorry, I thought you said a spoon there.
Keep your voice down.
I thought you said a spoon, which can't be right.
I brought a spoon, yeah.
Oh, I knew it. I told you. Clarence, I bloody told you. I knew we shouldn't have invited him into this. I knew he's one of those clever, stupid ones.
You can do several things. All sort of spoon-related activities.
Spoon? What did you say? Spoon-related activities?
Question is, what can't you do with that with a spoon, to be honest with you?
Do you want a race? Do you want an egg? We'll have an egg and spoon race? 2%, and we get spoon-related activities.
Well, I sort of use it as a bit of a levering device, you know, sort of cut through...
2%.
Actually, no, a knife would have been better, probably. I'll tell you what, I'll get it tonight. I'll get the knife tonight.
What do you mean? Tonight? We are leaving very, very soon. I tell you what, oh my God. I tell you what, do you know what? Meet us at 3 a.m. above the cell block and we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah. Well, why? I thought we were leaving at 10 o'clock, not 3.
Yeah, I've pushed out breakout time, to be honest.
Oh, really?
We've moved it back.
How come?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, just been sort of busy with like, prison-related activity, really. It's prison stuff. Just been busy down the barbers, sweeping up hair. 2%. Spoon.
So it's the third and final section, Paul, and we are all on a knife edge because you have kept it fairly quiet about what we're actually installing.
One more section after this, but keep going.
No, you've mentioned you've Well, it's just a bit of a surprise, really.
Yeah.
So what have you got?
As you say, I've got a surprise for you, Ed. I'm just going to get this.
Oh, God, he's standing up.
Out of here.
Oh, no, what?
What's that?
What on earth?
Is that in your way?
Well, that's alarming, because he sort of stood up. When a man sort of stands up and reaches for his trousers...
Good point.
Slightly alarming.
You're right to be alarmed. No, do you want to tell the listeners what you're looking at?
Not what you think. It's a copy of the Radio Times.
It is a copy of the Radio Times.
Yeah, so hello.
We mentioned it last month. Obviously, the poll.
Is this like, are you feeling slightly guilty for slating it last week?
A little bit, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I felt a bit guilty. I thought I'd pop into W.H. Smith's and buy W.H. Smith's buying the Radio Times. I mean, what year is it? Jesus Christ.
Cool. Well, no, what have we got in there?
No, I don't know if you realised. Did you know I had that down my...
Yeah, do you know, I was wondering if you were sort of walking a bit funnily earlier.
A little bit, to be honest. I've been... well, I just didn't want to... I couldn't just get up and pop away, could I, when we're live?
Yeah.
Not live, actually. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're new to this. No, I have had a bit of a bad ankle. That was why I was walking a bit funny.
Oh, I see. Irrespective of...
The Radio Times wasn't helping, though. I'll be honest. But, no, here it is. I've had a scan.
What, of the ankle?
No, well, I should do, actually. It's giving me a lot of jip. But I've had a scan of the Radio Times. I've got Lord Sugar on the front. I'm not going to call him Lord Sugar. Alan Sugar on the front.
Sir.
The Apprentice, that's just kicked off recently.
Kicked off recently, yeah.
Yeah, he could obviously do with the money for a little interview in here.
Yeah.
He's just giving us little, tidbits on, obviously, The Apprentice.
Sure.
Trump.
What else is in there?
Well, not much, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to keep slagging it off. I noticed the one thing they don't have anymore, just like I've got the TV listings here in front of me.
Right.
They don't have the chords anymore.
The codes?
The chords.
Codes. Well, it just sounds like you're saying like a chord, like a guitar chord.
Chords. You know the chords if you wanted to like record something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I do remember them, just briefly, yeah. Before the days of like record at...
Sky Plus
sort of thing.
Yeah, not that interesting, really, to be honest. Something else I've found.
Are they in there?
No, they're not anymore. No.
Right.
No. Okay, that's my point, yeah.
Okay. So the most interesting thing about the Radio Times is that they're not actually in there.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Something that isn't here, which I thought was...
Moving on.
Probably the best bit to talk about.
Sure.
There's a new Radio 4 documentary.
Okay.
On tattoos.
A radio documentary on tattoos.
What, you haven't heard about it?
I certainly haven't. No.
Do you know who's presenting this new Radio 4 documentary about tattoos?
I'm guessing it's like a what's his name? Grant Mitchell was
Ross Kemp.
Ross Kemp, or it's going to be a rugby lad,
like a Vinnie Jones or
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, you would think so, but no. It's sorry, it's harder to say than I thought it was going to be. Lawrence
Davalio.
Again, would have been a great fit. No. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen has fallen in love with body art.
He's fallen in love with body art.
He has, yeah, and it says here.
Oh, Jesus.
The caption is Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen has fallen in love with body art.
Right.
So will he be joining Sam Cam?
Sam Cam?
Yeah.
She doesn't have a tattoo, does she?
Yeah, well, apparently.
Tramp stamp?
Well, I don't want to slag her off. She's obviously a lovely woman.
Well, she's no longer our, first lady.
Yeah,
or whatever,
good point. We can slag her off all we want, actually.
Whatever we call.
Yeah.
No, lovely woman, though. I do actually like Sam, though.
Yeah, no,
she seems great.
I'm sure she sat with
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, sat now listening.
In.
So, hi, guys. But, no, it says Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen is... essentially, he's just pottering around London.
Right.
Talking to parlours. It says here talking to... I mean, to be honest, anyone that'll speak to him, I guess.
Yeah.
It says Charlton Athletic footballers.
What, down the valley?
Yeah, no, he's
must live locally, you're not going to go...
I'd hope so. I mean, don't go out your way for that. But, no, LLB apparently loves tattoos now, which is weird.
Yeah, that is slightly strange.
We mentioned Prison Break earlier, the tattoos.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Who's he actually interviewing, do you remember?
He's interviewing... It doesn't really say, again, just says... It reminded me, though, this story that I saw something a while ago on YouTube.
Right.
And I watched it again recently just to make sure I had my facts right. I'd hate to get my facts wrong on this programme.
God. God forbid.
There's actually an Arsenal YouTube channel.
Right.
Called... It's Arsenal Football Club. Arse TV?
No,
Arse Inc.
Imagine the cheek of it.
Not very good. Yeah, I mean, so it's just footballers talking about their tattoos, essentially.
Right.
Yeah, as if we need another reason to hate them. So it's essentially like, Wilshere, Giroud.
Yeah.
The best one is young, he's been about 10 years now, Theo Walcott.
Yep, young Theo,
Yeah, he's got a few tattoos.
Yeah, I'm aware, yeah. He flexes the buys.
Yeah, decorated his biceps. So it's the director behind the camera going, all right, Theo, just talk us through your tattoos. And he goes, yeah, sure, yeah. So here I've got one of, on my bicep, I've got, it's a big dragon.
Okay, yeah. Why have you got the dragon, Theo?
Well, I don't know, really, I just like dragons, to be honest with you.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, okay. And then Theo continues, he goes, yeah, so I just like anything around the kind of medieval times, I'm into all that. So, okay.
Medieval, okay, so that's about, what, is it, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago?
Yeah, and it's a mythical creature, yeah, so we'll let that slide, shall we? Yeah. But no, thanks, Theo, thanks for coming in. We'll let you get back to the treatment table, shall we?
Well, I mean, maybe the next time we do a show, he could come join us.
Yeah, I think St. George's Day.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty quick, so he could probably be here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, if he doesn't pull a hamstring by then. But no, do you know what? I hope it works out for Lawrence.
Five-side,
because if it doesn't work out for Lawrence, it's curtains, isn't it?
National days. As we said last month, Paul, there's basically a day for...
It's ridiculous.
Some sort of weirdo in the world at all points. So every day of the month. National days, we'll whip through these. October the 12th.
Go on.
National Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work Day. Coincides with National Stop Bullying Day.
Oh my god!
It just seems a bit dangerous.
Is it bring to work and school day? Bring your teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean not. Yeah, I whoever's in charge of National Stop Bullying Day, they went, no, we're going to make sure that coincides with bringing teddy bear.
Great timing.
Did I great?
Okay.
He was purely for alliteration purposes, Guy the Gorilla.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it was more of a five-a-side squad. Do you want to hear it quickly?
I'd love to hear it quickly.
I had Guy the Gorilla in goal. He was quite sort of basically a bit of a monster. He was fucking great.
Okay.
He was purely for alliteration purposes, Guy the Gorilla.
Okay.
There was quite a famous runner, I think, at the time called Kip Tanui.
Yeah.
Moses Kip Tanui. Anyway, but he was an absolute workhorse in midfield, centre midfield. He was
box to box.
Captain, yeah.
Sort of like Kante.
Yeah, sort of like exactly. Do you know who I had up front?
I dread to think. Go on.
Snoopy. I think he was quite good in the air.
Good PR for the club as well.
Great PR for the club. Right, October the 15th, Global Hand Washing Day.
Global Hand Washing Day. Shouldn't we be doing that? I mean,
I can't stand people that you come nipping for a pee and then don't. I really piss.
But
excuse the pun, but
if anyone
pisses me off.
Yeah, do you know what? It's Global Hand Washing Day. I'm washing my hands today, lads.
Absolutely.
Oh, shouldn't you be doing that anyway, you scruffy bastard?
Yeah, exactly. October the 26th, National Mule Day.
Okay. Interesting.
So
yeah, I'd give it a go, but it sounds like a bit like a pain in the ass to be honest with you. Oh, here we go.
Here we bloody go.
Yeah. Good for puns, these ones.
These are great. October the 31st, you may know, Paul, that's Halloween. Do you know why I remember that day?
Never heard of it.
My mum's birthday.
Oh.
So when people say to me, Halloween coming up, what are you up to?
Yeah.
I'll say, I'm not up to much, lads, actually, to be honest with you. I'm going back to the country. I'm switching my phone off, so don't try and get hold of me.
Yeah.
I'll be in a pub eating a pie.
Yeah. Because if not, that phone would be ringing non-stop.
That would be... Yeah. You know what I'm like, Paul. I'm a man in demand.
Absolutely.
But, I'm having a great time. And then I'm getting, the WhatsApp, group messages coming through, just saying, what time we meeting, lads? What time's the pre-booze?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not coming, but, yeah, just queuing, lads, at the moment. Just queuing outside. And then I'll get another message later saying, I'm inside, where are you? And then, 2 hours later, it will be, sorry lads, I had to leave a bit early. The missus is a bit sick. What you mean is you wanted to leave early.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's it. So,
and that's Halloween.
So that is Halloween for me. But yeah, October 31st, National Knock Knock Jokes Day.
Okay. Let's not go there.
Oh God, I can't remember any of them.
Let's not stoop to that.
Let's really not stoop to that. Monthly Muse, at Monthly Muse. And and also it coincides with the National Roller Skating Month Day.
Roller skating?
I have not heard the words roller skating in a long time.
Okay, well, I'll keep my eyes out for those crazy cats.
A couple of crazy cats bent over in the street.
Yeah.
Giving it a bit of whiff-waff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Either way. But you probably get yourself down to, I don't know, can you get them from like Sports Direct or something nowadays?
You can get anything at Sports Direct.
You probably can.
Don't be going Sports Direct. Absolutely don't.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a spare 3 days. I mean, you ain't getting out of there.
It is like an absolute minefield.
There is, I told you, didn't I? There is nothing.
Oh yeah, you did actually. Yeah.
It's probably, Sports Direct is probably the least direct shop in the world.
I thought it'd be like a quick in and out job.
Absolutely. I'm sure I told you the week before I was going on holiday.
I think you was then, yeah.
I popped in during my lunch break on Oxford Street.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you know, Ed, if you look at my shoe collection, I'm going on holiday.
Right.
And if you look at my shoe collection, you'll see a lot of kind of Converse, kind of laced up boots type. What you won't find
painting quite a good picture of
is what I will describe as beach-friendly footwear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know northerners on a beach.
Well, you'll find them. So I popped into Sports Direct. Right. I saw, a nice pair of slip-ons, Nike, I think they were.
Yeah.
Grabbed the shoe off the thing and said, "All right, mate, you're polite. Have you got these in a 9?"
Yeah.
So he looked at them.
Yeah.
And he went, "Give me 2 minutes." And off he went. Now, he didn't take the shoe.
Right.
Which I thought was a bit weird. Sort of wound me up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in
customer service.
You know, in like a restaurant and the guy doesn't take your order, he just goes, "Yep." And you're, well, no, write it down. So if it's wrong, we're all in trouble here.
Oh,
okay.
I hate that.
So that's going through my head. But anyway, I let it go. It was, a Friday.
Yeah.
So this guy's gone for a couple of minutes. So what I normally do, I don't know about you, if I'm waiting for someone to come back with a shoe, I'll start taking my own off.
Yeah. Naturally, yeah.
Yeah. So I took my left one off, being specific. Didn't take both off. I didn't want to look like a complete lunatic. But we're getting to 5 minutes now, and this guy still isn't coming back. And I thought, well, to be fair to the guy, it's probably quite a big
warehouse,
big stock room. If the shop's anything to go by.
I can imagine like the warehouse at the back being like, I can imagine like lining up like a JCB at the back, like a forklift, like top shelf, just like manoeuvre. It's quite like a technical process.
That's in my head. So now we're getting to like, and I'm thinking, where the hell is this guy? Finally, he comes back and he looks at me and goes,
"Yeah,
sorry, mate, which one's Welly again?" So I was fuming.
Does he know how long you're having your lunch?
I was livid. So, do you know what, I just stormed off. So I quickly kind of half-heartedly put my shoe back on as I'm walking towards the exit.
Right.
And as I get towards the exit, do you know what I realise?
Go on.
I'm still holding the display shoe.
Right.
And I think I can't go back with this.
What, with just one shoe?
Yeah, just the one shoe that I said, "Have you got a 9, mate?" So I'm heading towards the exit, fuming, trying to get my other shoe back on my left foot.
Converse are fucking difficult to
exactly, something, what am I going to do with this? And you know, when you're in the supermarket and you've got that pint of milk that you realise you don't really need, and you wonder, where can I put this and not look like a weirdo? It's like that all of a sudden. So I'm going down one way. You've got someone it's like a game of Pac-Man. You've got someone coming with a pushchair one way, you've got the tourists coming the other way. So I think I just panicked and dropped it, just sort of bolted out there and give the security guard a kind of nod as I walked out. But,
just dump it in the footballs, like the cheap footballs.
I should have.
They keep by the door. Always.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe a bit too close for comfort.
Yeah,
or the Donny socks.
Oh God!
But
£1.50 for 48.
Yeah.
So you didn't get the shoes then?
Well, no, funny. So I did. I ordered them online.
Right, really?
Yeah.
After all that? Okay.
Yeah. Didn't like them in the end, I sent them back. Yeah. Just wore my flip-flops.
So me and Paul would like to take this opportunity to say, obviously there's only so much we can cover within these 40 minutes or so, but we are, of course, Paul, very much aware, aren't we, that October marks the 76th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. And so we just wanted to say a quick... quickly say, with the Remembrance Sunday obviously approaching, it'd be really great if you guys could give what you can to, of course, remember the few that have done so much for so many. I'm sure there are a lot of sort of grandparents that are probably still kicking about that we all can attest to. So we wanted to say thank you very much.
Excellent. Yeah. To the regiment.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Paul, we've had a lot of history today.
Too much, if anything.
It really has dragged on. What have we learned?
What have we learnt?
I've learned that is a rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
This is a rabbit or that's a rabbit?
Yep.
Das ist ein Kaninchen.
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 Better.
Thanks for that.
Thing I've learned, if you're going to break out of prison and you've got the key, don't forget the key.
The key, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've learnt. But that's it, October, done.
Do you know what we're going to talk about next month?
Moving on. November, probably. That'll be good. That'll be fireworks.
Are we going to do a Halloween special?
Nah.
Done.